Now turn up.
Hey YouTube, it's your girl Marvelous One here on Black Scarf Chronicles. So grab your scarf, cause we about to cover some stuff. Hello YouTube, it's Marvelous One here with another edition of Black Scarf Chronicles. So it's been a very tumultuous, quite a few days since the incident with Mr. George Floyd. May he rest in peace. Prayers and condolences go out to his family. For the longest time, I was trying to think of, like, what would I even come on here and say that really hasn't already been said. A lot has been said. Me personally, I am honored to see so many of my brothers and sisters coming together and protesting. I'm honored to see such a big stand all across this country, and now even including other countries. It's an honor and a privilege. It's so sad that it took Mr. Floyd's death to finally get an ear. When it happened, all of the events and everything that have taken place since then with the protest and everything just made me think the incident with Mr. George Floyd was the straw that broke the camel's back, was the cherry on top, was the fat lady singing, because we've had enough. We've had enough of those people who are supposed to be out here serving and protecting. Serving and protecting who they wanted to serve and protect, and looking at us, people who look like me, as not deserving that. Seeing people who look like me as not equal to them, not deserving of the same things that they want for their family. And we've had enough. Now we've got your ear because of protests all over. And then even with that, having the what do they call them? They had those people coming out and actually started damaging stuff, and which then incited people to damage more stuff to make it look like that's what we were out there doing. Granted, there were some that were out there doing that, but for the most part, we just wanted to get your attention peacefully. Because that's what you say you want, peaceful protests, right? But it took the loudness to really get your attention. It took the boom for you to finally be like, oh, wait a minute. Were y'all saying something over here? Is there something going on over here? James Baldwin said, to be a Negro in this country and to be relatively conscious is to be in a rage almost all the time. And that's if you're relatively conscious. So imagine what you feel if you're fully conscious for the most part. And that's why it took me some time to even come on here and talk about the incident, because I was fully enraged. It just boils over. You know, when you're boiling water or something and you have a lid on it, and that steam just starts bubbling up and the water starts building up and it's rolling and it's getting hot, and that lid on there is like, and if you don't take that lid off, it's going to go. Well, we gave y'all time to take the lid off. And you didn't do it. You chose to ignore it. You chose to ignore the hissing steam. You chose to ignore the lid shaking. You chose to ignore it. And when that incident happened with Mr. Floyd, that was that lid blowing off. Enraged. How much more were we supposed to take? How much longer were we just supposed to stand by and let video after video after video after video come out of your police killing us? How much longer? That's what I thought. No answer. Then you want to complain about people looting and stealing and robbing when you have robbed us of so much. We've been robbed of so much for so long. Robbed of our freedom, robbed of our history, robbed of our culture, robbed of the ability to be able to live what you would consider a regular life. Can't go to the park, can't go to Starbucks, can't get into my own building. Regular stuff. Things that others, not people that look like me, things that others can do without even a second thought. Whereas people that look like me have to worry about, okay, what's going to happen when I step outside of my door today? What's going to happen while I'm sitting here in my living room today? What's going to happen while I'm in this room playing a video game with my nephew? Things others can take for granted, we couldn't even take for granted, can't even take for granted. But you're listening now. It's a shame this is what it had to take, but I'm glad this is what it took. My hope is that we continue to come together in unity to get the change that we want, that we need in this community, in this country. It's not coming from the president. He can't even find words to say to bring us together. Just one single teeny tiny little word. He can't even do that. I read a statement that George Bush put out today. It was a very nice statement. It was very nice. Not that he was the best president either, because he wasn't. What did he do for us? He didn't do anything. But I appreciate the fact that he did it, and appreciate the fact that he stands behind the statement that he put out. Now, you people are ready to try and get the change that we've been asking for so long. The sad part is, it's not going to come peacefully. It's not coming peacefully. I'm a non-violent person, but I'm not anti-violent. Sometimes violence is what it takes to get people to listen. And then how can you rationalize talking to us about the things that they're doing in these protests, or the things that are coming up as the looting and whatever your thoughts are on that, are your thoughts on that. Personally, I don't care. But you looted and pillaged and took and broke and ran over and trampled and set fire to, and everything you own, everything you have came through those type of means. So if that's what it took for you to get what you wanted, then you're showing us that's what it takes for us to get what we want.
What you say this country is supposed to be about, the land of the free for all. It has not been free for black people, and we are tired. Don't talk to us about looting. Y'all are the looters. America has looted black people. America looted the Native Americans when they first came here. So looting is what you do. We learned it from you. We learned violence from you. We learned violence from you. The violence was what we learned from you.
The last video was about Mr. Ahmaud Arbery. Prayerfully, there won't be another incident that we have to talk about. But there have been other incidents, even since Mr. George Floyd, of the cops, once again, using their power against people who look like me excessively. They say be the change you want to see, become the change you want to see. That's what I'm doing. I want to see a change. Prayerfully, it'll happen. Unfortunately, as a result of the death of Mr. George Floyd. I just could not sit by and not say anything. I support my people. I support my community. Whatever it takes for the change that we need to see happen, I'm with you. There have been some wonderful, peaceful protests. You know what I'm stuck on though? How they have people they planted within to start tearing stuff up in a way to instigate situations to try and get us who are out there peacefully to start tearing stuff up. I mean, I saw that it was that, but it's like still the unmitigated gall. Still trying to make us out to be animals. You're the animals. I mean, you were the ones who, lived in caves and covered yourselves in poop and all that kind of stuff to keep warm. I believe in Ahaya. And I know that all things happen for a reason. We, as the true Jews, the people of Israel, God's chosen people, Ahaya's chosen people, the people that Yeshua came to come and save, our time is about here. And this is what Ahaya purposed. Ahaya purposed to happen for the change, the flippity flip-flop, the 180 that's going to take place when we finally get to the proper place that we're supposed to be after being held in bondage for so long. The bonds are being broken, and this had to happen for Ahaya's words to come true. I'm saddened that it had to be as a result of the death of Mr. George Floyd. Again, rest in peace. Prayers and condolences to him and his family. You will never be forgotten. Because I saw a video where your daughter said,
"That's right, Daddy changed the world."
She did what?
That changed the world.
Daddy changed the world.
yes, baby, your daddy is what did it. Never forget that. And we as a people, please continue to come together and stand arm in arm. Call out racism. If you're friends of other races, you see them doing racist type things, exhibiting racist behavior, call them out. If your friends of other races aren't taking a stand with you on this situation, is that your friend? Call them out. It's time out for being quiet. Just made me think about when he was calling for his mother. Such a tragedy. But through this tragedy, we will have victory, I believe. We'll finally see the victory that we know we already have. What do y'all think? Do you think it's going to get any worse? Do you think it will turn into a race war? What do you think is going to happen to the police officers? I still have questions or doubts about that. We've seen police officers get off too many times. True, there's a lot of eyes on this story, but they always figure out a way to take care of their own. Which leads me to another point. You registered to vote? Or are you just one of those that likes to sit idly by and complain? What are you doing to affect change? Are you one of those, oh, my vote doesn't matter people? It matters in the sense of you being able to say, I cast my vote. I let my voice be heard. Whether your candidate wins or loses, you're letting your voice be heard. Republican, Democrat, like David Banner said, right wing, left wing is still the same bird. But let your voice be heard. Oh, that part was mine on the end. Enough is enough, right? I had no structure to this video. I just wanted to come on and talk about my point of view regarding the whole situation. I really didn't even know what to come on here and say, because anything I could have possibly said has been said already. But then I was like, you know what? I'm going to come on here and say something. I'm going to use my platform, which is the purpose of me creating this Black Scarf Chronicles, to talk about issues in our community. I'm going to talk about it. I love you all. I'm so glad that we have taken a stand. I'm so glad we have shown that we're not always just going to go gently into that good night. I love my people. Unapologetically black. No apologies. They wouldn't be accepted anyway. And that's not going to change anything. I am who I am. Proud to be a black woman. Let's continue to come together as a people. Let's continue to work on that unity in our community. Let's continue to support each other, showing each other love. Continue to pray for each other and uplift each other. Because if we're going to do it, who's going to do it? Who? So please like it, subscribe to my channel, share it with others, leave your comments below. Also, don't forget to follow me on Instagram at black_table_talk. That's black_table_talk. Again, leave me any questions or topics that you would like to discuss in the comments section, and I'll try and get back to you. I love you. Ahaya loves you more. Get to know him. Get to know who you are in him. Don't continue to be fooled. Don't continue to be fooled. It's so awesome. We've been going over the scripture, this lesson in my church about you do know the King James version of the Bible is redacted, a redacted Bible, meaning some books were taken out. But in the actual King James version, it references books that aren't even in there. Things that make you go, But we've been so conditioned, we don't even realize that they put it right in front of our face. Books that will tell you who you are. Stop letting others tell you who you are. Figure it out for yourself. Go learn. I'm telling you, when you find out, when you're fully conscious, not relatively conscious. But then again, if you're relatively conscious and then you're in a rage almost all the time, once you're fully conscious, be prepared for the rage all the time. Because I'm telling you. Ever since I became conscious, whatever that means for you, ever since I came into the knowledge of knowing who I am, it's like I can't put up with the dumb stuff no more. It's like, I mean, even when it comes to TV shows, I'll be watching a TV show and I'll be like, rolling. And then I have to say, it's just TV. It's just a movie. It's just a TV show. And I'm just like, so, if you're not prepared for that, keep your blinders on. Continue to stay in the dark. Letting somebody else lead you. Not me. I'm not letting anybody else dictate to me, tell me, show me anything about who I am. I know who I am. Alright, folks. Again, like, subscribe, share, comment. Let me know what you thought about this video, and let me know if there are any topics that you want to discuss. Again, it's all about bringing unity to our community. Love you.